Yeah, I got Meet the Duckworths, and I want to say I like the from the beginning. I like the artistry that he showed and the symbolism, and I like the way he called out the fact that Kendrick has so many double standards and the hypocrisy in a lot of Kendrick's ways. Specifically on the part where he's, like I see Kendrick on stage, he's grinning from ear to ear when he's getting his Grammys. But I also feel like if Drake or somebody else would have won the Grammys, Kendrick would be dissing him and throwing shade at the Grammys for the validation that one would perceive that the artist gets for winning.
Mm,
So it's like, it's not good unless it's in your favor, Kendrick, as Hakeem put.
right.
You don't tap dance or bow for the Grammys unless it's in your favor, and I just thought that was tough. Also, the way he poetically attacked was different and on brand with the way I feel Kendrick would use angles to attack, and we move into him speaking about Kendrick Lamar dissing Drake every chance he gets, and this is something that I've noticed. This is something that I felt also, and one of my critiques of Kendrick. BT Cipher, he disses Drake. Controlverse, he disses Drake. Future feature, he disses Drake. I imagine when he whispers sweet nothings to his lady's ear, he disses Drake. I never thought that Kendrick, for what people hold him up to stand for, would be the one profiting off of tearing another artist down like that. And so I'm glad that he addressed that. Um, then he digs the dagger deeper into the core values when he addressed Kendrick Lamar playing a crackhead of all things, for the black
Mm,
savior. Uh,
yeah.
and apparently I found some information in this I never knew before. So this is just questioning the morals and ethics, and another smear on the black savior image.
Right.
So I think that was creative, and I think I feel their styles are very similar, and maybe that's because, as Hakeem exposed, Kendrick may be possibly biting off the Bay. I know Kendrick's supposed to be from Compton, right?
Right.
Um, but I definitely can see and hear the Bay hyphy influence in his music. So I get that, and maybe there's some truth to that there. Um, and so I see that, and then it's like, and I just want to get into the second verse, like, talk to that nigga mom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Brody said Kendrick got named after the Temptations. Like, yes, you must have been on cloud nine in the psychedelic shack, my girl, because the way you do the things you do, you left us all in a ball of confusion. You got a runaway child, run a wild mama. Hakeem has expressed how Kendrick's mom didn't show him enough love and maybe disciplined him too much.
Hmm.
And if this is true, I can only imagine how that could take the joy out of you. Not being acknowledged for the things you do that's good. Not
Right. Right.
getting to see them or feel the mother's nurturing, spirit or touch, and just being disciplined. That might push you away from.
Um, what I liked again was the flow, the rhyme patterns there. And I mean, it was dope. He had some good imagery in there. I think he had a part where he said the soul of a panther, mind of Mandela. I liked it that one. I liked it that
Yeah.
one. That was pretty good.
Mm,
And rain poured, but I danced through the struggle. I liked that one. I mean, that was good. But yeah, he had some good messages in there about the like overlooked fathers, single mothers type stuff, you know.
yeah.
But again, what stood out most was like the for me, what stood out most was the flow, the pockets that he hit.
Mm,
Know what I mean, the cadences he had sometimes.
mm.
I think like my favorite part of the whole thing